Libra, my name is Megan. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like and comment on this video if it just so happens to resonate with you. Today we're going to go ahead and take a look at the person that is on your mind. If it doesn't resonate with you, just check the reading. It's probably not for you, but for those of you that it does resonate with, fantastic. Let's get into it. Libra and the person that's on their mind currently. What's going on? What are the current energies? You're dealing or have dealt with someone who was very manipulative, didn't offer you what you deserved here in the past. Very manipulative energy, very cold. Someone who honestly may have hurt your feelings a time or two with just how straightforward and direct they are, but honestly not in a very healthy way. This is somebody who could have, like I said, hurt your feelings. This is somebody who's also greedy. Could be dealing with an earth sign for some of you. If they have abundance, resources, things like that, they're very hesitant to share, to give it away. It's a very selfish, power-hungry energy that you've been dealing with here. Justice reverse. Yeah, this person did not treat you fairly. This person is somebody who is very, very self-focused. They may have even let this connection go at one point or another. Tell me more about this situation, please. Ace of Wands reverse, Knight of Wands in the upright. Yeah, okay. When it comes to taking this passion full force, like full-fledged relationship, whatever it is that you're wanting with this person here, it's like they're only capable of actually offering you in and out energy. Player type energy. It's like you really see something could be great with this person, or at least that's how you saw it, that it could be the passionate connection of all passionate connections. Only this person doesn't move like that. They're actually coming across as the energy of the Knight of Wands, a player in and out. This is somebody who may tell you what you want to hear to get their way, and then boom, they're off to the next shiny gold person or situation. But like I said, they're manipulative. They will say or do whatever it takes to get their own way, while simultaneously being pretty selfish with resources, even with their time, their energy, even with like their words of affirmation. You know, that's, many of you out there may have the love language of the words of affirmation, and it's like this person gives as minimal as possible in all areas just to keep you around, but they don't put an effort to hang on to you like they should. And this makes you feel really like this whole situation has just been really unjust to you, and you're really questioning to yourself right now, why am I even entertaining this? And as you should, right? We all want this Ace of Wands in the upright. It is reversed, telling me that this person isn't coming you with the type of passion of, I want you, just you, only you forever. They're coming at you more like this. Hey Libra, you available tonight? Last minute? Oh, you're not? Okay, well, I'll just Knight of Wands my way right over to another situation, person, something like that. All right, tell me more. Some of you could work with this person. There has been moments, the reason why this connection is so hard to let go of, it's on your mind constantly, is because there has been moments in this connection where you have seen the true emotions of this person, and those were the little moments where you really started to fall for them. I call those micro moments. In just the little moments, you may have seen this person go out of character. They're usually manipulative, cold, love to have that power hungry, also selfish. But then it's like they would have these little moments where they might not have even have realized that you were watching them in these moments, where you saw their heart. You saw they actually are capable. They have the capabilities to be a very, very upstanding woman or gentleman. They have a huge heart. Some of you may be dealing with a Leo. They have a huge heart. There's these little micro moments where you have seen this. But unfortunately, this person lives in this vibration of being greedy and manipulative most of the time, especially when it comes to you. And you're getting to the point where this person, they're not doing whatever they can to hold on to you, but they're not leaving either. And you can't forget about these little moments that really made you fall for this person, that really made you want this true Ace of Wands with this person. Instead, they come in with this very, very shallow, immature energy. This could be somebody who absolutely deals with other connections, other people, like I said, in and out. But again, you know what this person is capable of. And that's what keeps you stuck in this, energetically speaking at least. All right. How does this person feel about Libra at the deepest, deepest level? For many of you, they feel like your guard is up towards them, and rightfully so, because this person knows that they have this energy of being manipulative and in and out. They know that. How does this person feel about Libra at the deepest, deepest of levels? Five of Pentacles reverse. They feel like, how they feel about you at the deepest level, they feel like your abundance, just being good on your own, you're coming across to this person as actually not really needing anybody, as being just happy and abundant on your own. They are so attracted to that, but not only are they attracted to that, they also feel like just being around you or just being in conversation with you, that this isn't something they're going to tell you outright. This is just how they feel deep down. Truly, I believe they feel like your vibration, your energy, your beautiful, sustainable energy all on your own, your happiness all on your own. For whatever reason, that really, you inspire this person to come out of their dark ways. And that may be why this person once in a while will open up to you emotionally. Or at least you'll see them have these little micro moments of being this King of Cups. That's what made you fall for them. They feel comfortable opening up to you in that way, or at least around you in that way. I feel like in these little moments, some of you may have witnessed them being great with children or helping someone who needed it, which goes directly against the energy that they are normally in, that they normally vibrate in. And I feel like in that moment, you were like, oh, there's so much more to this person. This person is multidimensional. They're not just greedy and mean and cold and distant and power hungry. There is a heart. They do have a heart in there. They love that you are prosperous, abundant, all on your own. They love this about you. They look up to this about you. They feel like every time they're communicating with you, whether that's, in person, energetically hanging out physically in person, or communicating online, something about your high vibration helps this person feel like they can come out of some really deep struggles that they've been through that have sort of put them in the energy of the Knight of Wands, in and out, going here, going there, never really truly settling down. Your abundance and your stability inspires this person. But right below the Nine of Pentacles, we had the Five of Swords. No matter how much they admire you, no matter how much you bring them out of their Five of Pentacles sadness energy, they're not willing to do the same for you. You know what this person does? Instead of offering that same energy back to you, Libra, helping you maybe come out of some coldness, whatever that may be that you're dealing with in your life, they're selfish. They'll go out and get their own needs met. But they love that you help them come out of the cold. This person doesn't have the mental fortitude to help you do the same, though. That you're dealing with somebody who's just not quite a vibrational match for you. They're just not. They vibrate here, and one's not better than the other. We can always slip between vibrations. It's very non-fixed. It's very fluid. Right now, though, this person vibrates here, you vibrate here. Nine of Pentacles, happy, abundant, on your own, prosperous, to the point where you bring others out of their stupor. This person specifically. That could be a real skill for some of you out there. Some of you out there may be healers. You have the natural ability, either with words or physically through healing. Some of you could be in the healthcare field industry, but you naturally have the vibration of helping others. Many of you, like I just said, could be a healer, and that's what this person loved or loves about you. But like I said, they don't have the mental capability to understand that you want someone in your life who's going to raise you up too. You can't just give and give and give and be raising everyone else's vibration, raise their vibration, raise their vibration. At some point, if you just give and give and give, it depletes your own energy. Libra, I'm really being guided to tell you, you deserve somebody who's going to give that same that same mental clarity, that same high vibrational energy. You deserve someone who's going to give that right back to you. You know, allowing you to stay in this type of energy and not let your vibration slip up and down. You deserve that type of stability. Not this in and out. Not somebody who, you know, loves to lead and be in control only when it serves them. But when it comes to their own needs being met, all of a sudden they'll disappear. They'll be really manipulative. They'll tell you lies that don't add up. All sorts of stuff. And like I said, it makes you feel like it's unfair. If there's one thing Libras hate, it's unjustness. Let's see here. What is the advice for Libra regarding this person, the situation? What advice can we give Libra? The Hermit card reverse. Four Swords, yeah, Four Swords reverse. You're really, really up in your head right now. You can't stop thinking about this. Nine of Swords as well. You're restless. I feel like many of you aren't sleeping very well right now just due to this whole situation. Many of you are in the vibration of you don't know what to do. You don't know whether you should just completely let this person go or whether it's worth kind of seeing where this goes. Because like I said, you bring them to a higher vibration just by being in their life. But we saw that Five of Swords, right? For them. Now, it's not that they aren't willing to do that for you. They just don't even know how. They just, all they really know how to do is stab people in the back, go in and out to other connections. Judgment reversed. It's a completely how do I say this? You guys are not matching here. It's a completely one-sided connection is what I'm seeing. This person loves to get their needs met. They love all the prosperity you bring into their life. They love that you're just happy and you vibrate high. They understand at a very deep level. Like, I think it's more subconsciously this person understands this, that you help them be happier. You just being in their life raises their life in so many ways. They might have more options. They might have more options with love, with career. It's like just your presence in this person's life gives them so much confidence. So at what point, Libra, do you realize that you've been giving? I'm talking to myself too. I'm a Libra. I overgive all the time. So I'm with you here. At what point do we say to ourselves, okay, I've given here, I've given here, I've given. I've also put my foot down about how I don't like these energies that this person slips into, but you know, then they'll show me these little micro moments that I really love. At what point though, do you realize you're giving to a situation that is never going to be what you hope it's going to be? Because this person is just, at the end of the day, they're not capable. At least right now, they haven't done the work within the sight of themselves to be stable, right? Because they go from this, being selfish, greedy, manipulative, controlling even, player, in and out, 1 minute. The next minute, you're seeing them, you know, give to an organization that really needs help right now out of the goodness of their heart. Or you're seeing them help an old lady, you know, get through the door when they didn't have to do that. You know, you'll see these little micro moments. At what point, though, do we realize, Libra, that it takes so much more than just these little moments? This person should be in this vibration most of the time. Or at least that was kind of your hope, is that you would see this side of this person a little bit more, but it's like they go in between both. And you've had enough. You have had enough of the being selfish. When they do slip into the other energy, you've had enough of the manipulativeness, their need to be in control, but yet this person may have told some of you that you need to give more to this when they don't give. It's very, very manipulative. 11:11, you guys may be seeing that on the clock quite a bit. All right, what's another piece of advice for Libra regarding this situation, this person? Okay, I love that. Stay in this Nine of Pentacles energy no matter what happens with this person. Because eventually, Libra, you will meet somebody who matches your high vibration and actually adds to your life. So instead of you just adding to other people's life or to this person's life, you're going to end up meeting somebody who's on the same vibrational wavelength as you. Probably when you least expect it, you'll meet them. But you'll meet someone who really values the same things that you do. You'll meet somebody who shows you a lot more of this and a lot less of this. And in turn, that's going to make it a lot easier for you to stay happy, abundant. I feel like many of you out there are really manifesting something beautiful in your life, like a side project that's starting to take off. You're really proud of it. You're really happy about it. But this person, even energetically being in your energetic space, they're holding you back. The advice is the moment that you realize you deserve more, you deserve someone who's actually going to give to the connection, not just take, and enjoy your prosperity, enjoy the fact that you're able to raise their vibration. You're going to meet someone who's actually, not only are they willing to give that same energy back to you, to fill up you emotionally, they're also just in general a good person. They're not going to be selfish. They're not going to be somebody who loves the power of being in control and then tries to turn around and blame you because you're not there enough. When in reality, they're only saying that because they know they're guilty out with other options. Essentially, Libra, what I'm trying to say is this person being in your energy field is lowering your vibration. I can feel it through the reading. Anytime we're dealing with somebody who's extremely inconsistent like this, it's going to tug on us. It tugs on our energy levels. It tugs on our emotions. And at some point, Libra, you just have to ask yourself, when is enough enough? How much do I have to give this person for them to understand that they need to come at me full King of Cups mode? They need to not manipulate me, not be selfish with their time, energy, or abundance. At some point, Libra, you just really need to understand that you deserve somebody who's going to match this Nine of Pentacles vibration that you're in. Someone who's actually going to give, right? A great connection is when two people can give, therefore building each other up. This right now, what you're in, you're giving, you're trying to build them up. They'll give a little, but then they go right back over here. And they don't really care as long as their needs are being met. They don't really care where you're at. Again, with 1111, you may be seeing that on the clock quite a bit. For some of you, you're dealing with a twin flame situation with this person. That's why it's so hard to let it go. For others of you, yeah, it's like put you in such a state of sadness. Inconsistency can do that. It can really affect us on a profound level. I feel like for many of you, you thought this person was going to show you a lot more of this. And it's like it was just so few and far between. You're really just catching on that this person is in and out to get their own needs met from you, who vibrates very, very high. However, when this person does that, every time they do that, you take a hit on your self-confidence levels. It lowers your ability to stay in this Knight of Pentacles energy, which is a beautiful energy to be in, Libra. Stay there. Keep going. Even if it hurts dealing with this person, or for some of you, you're going to separate from this person very soon because you just can't take the inconsistency. I mean, who can? That's not what a connection is about. We get into connections to build each other up, to know that someone has our back, someone's in our corner. This person might be for a second until they decide that their needs are actually more important than any of your needs. And that's not something that anybody deserves. So that is what I have for you, Libra. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I will see you guys next time.